Okay, friends, today the tutorial for today is about the addresses that you have in a chessboard. So I spoke a little bit in the last tutorial, the one titled Moving Pieces 02. I just use this. When you buy this chessboard, they don't come usually with the numeric alphabet. They use a numeric alphabet to name every single square. So they are called numeric alphabet because they had numbers, and they're calling alpha-numeric alphabet because they had numbers and they had letters. So it's a combination of letters and numbers. So the designers of this numeric alphabet assigned to the first left square, the address 1A. The numbers in the numeric alphabet refer to the rows. Like this one here, all these rows were the, remember I told you the position, all these officers, no, in a chessboard that simulate army, king army. So these officers are located in the first row here for the whites. And they are located in the 8th row right here. This is the 8th row, the last row here, for the black pieces. So the first row is for the officers, the white pieces, and they got from 1A to 1H. H is the last. This numeric alphabet, these addresses only had 8 because there are only 8 squares in the rows. There are 8 squares in the columns. So the numbers are used for naming the rows, which are this horizontal one, horizontal to your chest, to your body, horizontal to that. And then the columns are this one vertical to your body, vertical to the board. And this one use the letters. So in a row, you will see that each one of the square has a 1 in the first row. There's a 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. In his company is the alpha, or alpha-numeric, the letter. So in the rows, the numbers are a constant, but the letters are variables. Constant means that in every single row you will see the number in all of the 8 squares. So here you see 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1AE, 1F, 1G, and 1H. The second row is for the pawns, the 8 pawns. So I start with 2-8. So this is the second row. That's why I have the number 2, and then it has the nomenclature, the letter for the columns, which is 2-8, 2B, 2C, 2D, 2E, 2F, 2G, and 2H. Now, when you go to the columns are controlled by the letters. So the first column here, where the 1 for the first row is, all of them are A's. 8, 8, 8, 8, all of them, all the way down to the last 8A, which is this one here, on the black side. So when we check all the columns, they all have the same letter controlling all of them. All of the squares are controlled by the same letter. Here in the second square or the first row, you see 1B. You go to the second square or the second row, you have 2B. So B is a constant here. The variables are the numbers, which are designed to name to name all the squares in the row. So we got all of these, and every single square has I call it address, because this is a is an address that when you have a piece here, you can read. Let's say I put this rook here, okay. This rook here in the 4D position. Okay, if the rook came from the let's say from the 4A position, which is this one here, came from the first column, and the 4th row, 4A, that's the first column, the 4th row. So if I move it here to D, so this is 4A is an address where the rook is moving to 4D, so the rook started moving for 4A. Similarly, if I had it right here in the first row, I had the rook here in 1D, which is the first row and the 4th column. So if I had it in 1D, it goes to the, I want to come to 4D, then it goes through 1D, 2D, 3D, and to 4D. That's the address. It's like sending a letter to a particular address in the U.S. So you address the letter to a particular number. Let's say 3rd Avenue, Pennsylvania, 3rd Avenue in 40th Street in New York, whatever. No? So when you write a address in the envelope and you address the letter and send it to somebody through the mail, it will go to that to the address that you write in the on the top of the envelope. So and the same is in chess. Now it's not mandatory that you can spend your whole life without knowing this that I'm telling you right now. Okay, let's be straight in this. You don't need, if you're gonna use like the board that I was using. I put this label here. I cut him out and wrote the alpha-numeric address here in every single square. The board that I bought is a cheap board, didn't come with this. I got it on Amazon for $7. I had lost my board, which is expensive one, my chess set. I had lost it. I had no idea when I lost it, but I had a good one. But now for the tutorials, I was forced to buy a board. So I got this one. It didn't come with the alphanumeric addresses here. It didn't come with 1A, 2A, 3A, none of that. And generally, the chessboard don't come with this. The only chessboard that come with the alphanumeric printing in them, usually there are smaller letters than this. You see, these letters are like handwritten by me. So they're like a half an inch by half an inch in the square, and inside the label, I mean, half an inch by 1 inch, and inside the label I wrote the address of that particular square. So I did it by hand. But the boards, when you buy a board, it has to be sometimes like a computerized chessboard. A computerized chessboard You can play games with them. You can play a solo. You yourself play against the computer that is embedded in the chess set, and the chess set has the main thing in the chess set is a board like this one, but it has the electronics there for the computer. And then when you make a move, remember I in the last video I told you that you make move and you move from here to there or whatever. When you make a move, you have to tell the computer what move you made. The computerized system don't know where do you move the piece unless you input in a keyboard, like a keypad, you input what you did. For example, you're moving this bishop here, okay? You're moving this bishop right here. Okay, you're moving from here to the position. The rest position of that bishop was 1C, the first row, the third column. So it was in 1C, and you move the bishop all the way here to 3E. Okay, the position of that, the address of that square right there, where the bishop is positioned, is 3E, which is the first column, and you go to, I'm sorry, the first row, and you go to the third column. So that's the position 3E. When you do that, if you're playing against a computerized board, you have to tell the board that you move, and so you have to write 1C. You have to input it in the keyboard, like you do in your computer, like you do in your cellular phone, in the keyboard or cellular phone, that you input information for the device. Then you have to tell it where do you move the piece and from where to where. So you have to input 1C and 3E. So the computerized system follows something that is very complex. It's not necessary for you to know about this, but I'm gonna give you a small bite of it, no? So the computerized system has an algorithm. An algorithm is something that in devices, in computers, especially in computers, follows an organized setting of step that it takes. So when you do this move, the computer immediately starts checking all the occupied squares in the board. Who is what square is occupied by who, and your move is registered. The algorithm, that algorithm is as well what is called artificial intelligence. So it's compute the move that you make from 1C to 3D. Now, after the computers input your move, then you have to move the response from the other player represented by the computer. So the computer will show one move. Let's say the computer, you did this move here, and the computer respond with the black. So this knight is here. The computer wants to move. The computer wants to move this right here. The computer wants to move this knight, which is in the address 6F, and it just want to move it to 4G. So the computer display 6F 4G, and you, the player, you're playing solo against the computer. The computer don't have hands to do that, so you have to do it for the computer. So you use your hands and move the knight of your opponent, represented by the computer, that has no arm, no way of moving that piece, and so you move it. You see the display, and the display says say like knight, or can have the letter K for knight, and say 6F to 4G. So you move that piece right there. So, and the same when you play against a computer itself. Here you're playing against a computerized board that has a computerized electronic device inside that you can play against. You can play in your board that you bought, but the board has the alphanumeric addresses here. So you play against the computerized system representing the opponent player. You don't have anybody to play with. All your friends are just watching the baseball game, whatever, or a Halloween party, whatever. You don't have anybody to play chess, so you play against that computerized chessboard that you bought. So this is when this alphanumeric thing is useful. When you do against a computerized board, also it's useful if you want to be an advanced chess player, and you need to read documentation, books that have been written, articles in magazines, things like that. Then in the you want to, let's say you want to check the game from Bobby Fischer, which was the greatest chess player ever in the world. He was a world champion, defeated Spassky, and Russian player. That was a great global outroar that happened when an American defeated the Russian. The Russians had the dominance in chess, but Bobby Fischer was a great player and defeated Spassky. So all these games that they play and all the games that have been playing in later championships are just in books and magazines. So when somebody wants to analyze those games that happened in the past to get more advanced knowledge in their game, in their chess player matches, they go to those books. And in those books, all the moves are written in the alphanumeric systems. So you see all the moves that this player made in the past in alphanumeric format, and so you can replicate those moves in your own chessboard and practice now, and see the finals, and see the checkmates, and see the checks, and see everything that happened in a particular game. So first thing in this alphanumeric thing is useful when you play with your computerized board that you bought, and you have to make the move that the computer tells you to move for their piece of the black, and you have to tell the computer the move that you made with your own hands to the computer, so the computer knows how to analyze using the algorithm and the artificial intelligence. And the third time when you use this is also in a computer, and you can go to the internet. There later on I will tell you addresses that you can go there, URLs that you can go and play chess against a computer in a website, and it's free. It won't cost you anything, and you can play. And they use this saying, you're gonna see that they had to. This computer board has to have an alphanumeric things, and when you make a move, sometimes you have to tell the computer what move you made, and the computer has to. The computer don't have to tell you to move. They actually pieces in computer games from that website. The computer makes their own move, but you have to tell the computer what you want to play in the alphanumeric way. And the computer make it a move, and the pieces are just move. So electronic pieces in a screen, you cannot touch them, you cannot move them. But yeah, there are some games that you can touch the keyboard, you can touch in a square, and the system knows what you want to do, so they move that piece from one square to another. But in other programs, computer programs for chess, you have to do the alphanumeric input in the keyboard, so the system knows what you're doing. So this is what I wanted to explain to you. I'm gonna repeat some. So as I say before, if you're playing, most of the games that we play, most of the matches that we play with play with friendly matches, matches against in a small tournament and things like that. You don't need this. You don't need the alphanumeric. Just in the 3 occasions that I explained to you now, when in the computerized board with the computer itself, and also to read the books and magazine, the matches that I've been playing before, and you replicate them in your own time and when you want it. And so that's why you need to learn about this. But you can spend your whole life and never play against a computerized system, or read books and you play with your brother, your friends, whatever. You don't need to memorize this. This I do in case one of you want to be an expert. If you wanna find the level of expert or master later on, become a master, chess master in play or whatever. So you need to read and you need to study. I won't be able to teach you how to win a game. I can give you clues how to do. I will do it in next tutorials. There will be explanations, and we'll. In the next tutorial, we're gonna be teaching openings, how 2 players decide to start their move. Okay, when they start the game, what move they do at the beginning, what pieces they move. So that's what we're gonna be dealing in the next tutorial. And probably I'm gonna use this system to tell you, well, these pieces move from here to here for this reason. The player is expecting this, so that's why he moved here, and then the other player does the response to the move, and I will explain to you why he did that, why he's expecting. So I'm gonna recap here. Okay, chessboards. Some chessboards use an alphanumeric address system. And as I said yesterday, these things from left to right are rows. This one from the bottom up, there are columns. It's like designation of columns in architecture. The columns are always vertical to the ground. So that's the way here. So all these are verticals, those are columns. And these here horizontal are rows. And the nomenclature, the way of writing the addresses here start with the alphanumeric number or denomination 1-8. That's for the first row and the first column. The numbers are always equal in a particular row. So the first row here, all of them are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 until the last one. The second one are 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. The third one is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and so on. The fourth is 4, 4, 4, 4. So those are for the rows. The columns are defined by the alpha part of the alphanumeric. So these columns, which are verticals, rows or squares, they all have, the first one has 8 times the 8 repeated all the way up to 8A, which is the last, which is the first square of the black pieces on the right side of the player, on the player that is playing with the black pieces. So the second column will be all B's, 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 7B, and 8B. And the third line with the bishop occupy their position at the beginning of the game or the match. It has the C's for the columns. So all of these 8 squares have the C in them. And the rows, I say, they use the numbers for all the rows, the same number. The first row is 1, the second row is 2, the third row, and so on. So it's not complicated to learn this. It's very simple, and I hope this will help you later on. When you see the video, you don't capture everything there. You can see the video again. Don't click the like button twice, because YouTube knows that you have clicked it and they don't like it. So it's just you like the video, just click it once and don't try to do 2 times. Let's say you see the video today, and then you want to see it tomorrow, and tomorrow today you click the like button, and tomorrow you want to do the same. Don't do it, because the algorithm of detecting cheat are active in YouTube, and they will know that right away. The same way that you can only subscribe 1 time in the same device. You use 100 devices, in every single device you can subscribe, and YouTube don't know that it's the same person clicking 100 times. But if you had your cellular phone or your computer and just watching the video on your cellular phone or in your computer, and you click the subscribe button, and then your sister comes and click the subscribe button, and then your little brother comes, and then your friends click, that doesn't work. The YouTuber knows that immediately. It's the same. They think it's you, the person is registered with them that is doing the subscribing. So no cheating, okay? And I'll see you next time. Okay, have a good time. Bye bye.